When lightning strikes far from shore, and the fates still light.
Oh, so now I'm the drunken fool.
You would not believe the trouble I've gone through to get these excellent furnishings.
I'd sell you this rug I just acquired.
When I sailed to the Sentinel, I had no idea the High Isle market would be so lucrative. Well worth the trip.
I lost it. Lost my dignity. You should sign me in, I think.
Please, I was once like you know.
Ganache is a prisoner?
Can you help me? There's been a terrible mistake. I'm with the Daggerfall Covenant diplomatic mission, but this guard doesn't believe me. I'm not what he thinks I am. Rigard, he got me into this mess. Last night after dinner, we were talking about our favorite places in Rothgar. He disappeared into the back and returned with a bag. He said something. I left. On my way home, this guard stopped me. I told him what I thought about that, so he frisked me. It turns out the bag was filled with skooma. I didn't know, I swear. Can you talk to Sergeant Dupertis? I've got diplomatic immunity.
You'd better talk to the guard. Olganash won't be able to pay his share of the tab if he's in prison.
I'm sure Olganash spun you a sad tale. Criminals will say just about anything to avoid going to prison. He even told me he was a diplomat. Hope he's got a better story for the city magistrate. If I had a gold coin for every criminal who tells me he's got friends in high places, I'd be a wealthy man. Word of warning, mainlander. Make false statements to an officer of the law, and you'll be in front of the magistrate too. I'll free Olganash if we catch the criminal who refined the moon sugar. There's a smuggler named Burjack Catalan who hangs around the Ancient Anchor. We're sure he deals in skooma, but we haven't been able to prove it. He's the criminal I really want. Follow Burjack Catalan and find where he keeps his contraband. I'll need you to bring me proof he's got skooma. We've tried to arrest him before, only to come up empty-handed. I saw Burjack in Gonflon Square earlier. If you're in, start there.
You are very clever, friend. Just find Burjack Catalan's ill-gotten booty, and I'll get my scepter back. It's simple.
I think later I'll head over to the Ancient Anchor and have a nice big meal. Maybe take a nap. That sounds like a plan.
What a night. Time for a little nightcap. What are you up to? Be about your business and leave me alone.
I know what you need. A drink.
Leave me be. I'm minding my own business. Back off, stranger. I'd appreciate it if you'd let me be. Back off, stranger. I'd appreciate it if you'd let me be.
My dock hands are watching for your cargo, Lady Arabelle. They know it's precious.
There was a storm off the coast. Perhaps it delayed the ships.
Forgive me if I do the job you hired me for, Lord Bacaro. You there, might we speak?
Paid for the best night I've had in years.
Ah, you are back. Do you have
Did you
this?
find Berjac Catalan? More importantly, did you bring back any proof that he's dealing in skooma? Someone has to go to prison today. I'd rather take him than your friend here. I knew it! Thank you, Mainlander. We've been trying for months to catch Berjac Catalan with incriminating evidence, but he can smell a guard from a block away. He hides it all before we get anywhere near him. I'm true to my word. I'm after the smuggler who's bringing skooma into my town. Not some drunken fool who ends up with a vial in his pocket. But tell your friend if I see him anywhere near Moon Sugar again, I'll arrest him on the spot.
Excellent. Ulgonash has paid his debt to society. Another diplomatic triumph.
That's better. I can't thank you enough. Without your help, I'd still be under arrest. Now, what's all this about Rigert and his missing scepter? No one paid the innkeeper? I don't understand. We ate and drank quite a lot last night, but Rigert said he'd taken care of it. I would never skip out on a bill. We have to make this right. What do you need me to do? Gladly. I'll head back to my rooms and clean myself up. As soon as I can feel my fingers again, I'll meet you back at the inn with a coin for my share. It's the least I can do.
Excellent. Good thing we came along when we did. I can't imagine how he got himself into this situation.
I think later I'll head over to the Ancient Anchor and have a nice big meal. Lost another one. What could it be?
You there! Can we speak for a moment? You seem healthy, or at least healthier than most of the Manor's patients. Maybe you could help us out. The patients here have fallen prey to a strange malady. None of the menders recognize it, and they can't find the cause. Steadfast Manor, the ancestral home of Lord Baccaro Valoris. Once war broke out, he turned it into a place of healing for the wounded. Soldiers of every faction stay here as they heal from their injuries, but this malady threatens their recovery. The menders are busy tending to the afflicted. That's where you come in. If you find the cause, then they might better understand how to deal with it. I'll reward you for the effort. What we're doing here in Steadfast Manor is important. I'd suggest you talk to some patients who are feeling its effects. Try Arabil Vools by the fountain, or Malagi. He likes to watch the sea. Oh, and speak with Mender Talil, too. She's inside. I'll be waiting upstairs when you're done. I can give a first-hand report. The first symptom is the nightmares. I'm familiar with dreams of war, but these were somehow more horrible. I remember eyes around me, peering from darkness, and screaming. Constant screaming. Other patients have fevers and fits of shaking. Some become confused, believing themselves back on the battlefield. I had to subdue a dark elf who turned on a mender. Seeing the others like that, I hope that's not where I'm headed. Fortunately, no. I'm lucky. Though I dread the day when it comes for me. The malady doesn't seem to strike the same way twice. That's one of the factors that has confused the healers here. Like the others, I fought for my king, until I caught a spear in the gut. I laid in the mud for hours before an orc shaman found me. She dragged me back to camp. I ended up in a Breton infirmary. That's when I got the offer. A representative of the society came to my bedside, told me about a noble plan to foster peace in Tamriel. She described how I'd recover alongside my enemies. I thought it sounded overly optimistic, but who turns down a stay by the ocean? Oh, I dream of peace, friend. I've seen too many friends killed, and too much blood spilled to wish otherwise. But I also know that the powerful crave more power, and they don't seem to do much of the fighting or bleeding for it.
What do you want?
must have taken ill after dinner last night. Is that a note by the bed? Look for a mammoth ear plant in the woods near the manor. We need to wake her up. I don't see Lord Baccaro here, so I am sure he wouldn't mind if we borrowed a leaf from one of his plants, but I don't know if I would recognize a mammoth ear. Unless it was attached to a mammoth. Perhaps you could look? Oh, yes. I am good diplomat, so I thought she would like something to remind her of home. After that, Tanilin kept asking for more drinks. We all left and had fun. We said goodnight just outside. She got in her carriage and drove off for home. Yes, I mean, we sort of put her in the carriage because she couldn't stand by then. And we told the driver where to take her because she wouldn't stop singing. But that is about right. Progress is slow, but steady. I suppose I could use another break. Crush the leaf and give her the juice. If she wakes up, we can tell her about Hersh. It works! She's awake.
Surely death would be more preferable to this. Still, I thank you for waking me. I was having the most horrific dreams. Who are you again? In the spirit of cultural bridge building, I joined Olga Nash and Riggett for dinner. A routine exchange, but Riggett ordered food and drinks all night long. Why? What's going on? Oh, I'm afraid I have no idea if I paid or not. I don't even remember leaving the inn. It's entirely possible that I forgot to contribute toward the bill in my condition. What in the world did I have to drink? Oh my goodness, that's disgusting. No wonder I got sick. I promise I'll return to the inn and settle up soon. Now, if you'll excuse me, all of a sudden, I'm not feeling so good.
A diplomatic success. Now, let us return to the inn and settle this bill.
lads and lasses, listen far and wide. For across the aisles and for a while, we've had a source of pride. Noble art
Right,
and knightly
that's settled.
orders, three
I hope you all... I admit it, I didn't expect to see you again. But your three friends finally came back to pay their bill. They even added a little extra for all the trouble. Unlike some people in this room, I remember to pay my debts when they're due. These three ninnies came back and paid what they owed. So here's the scepter. You should tell your friends to use more common sense in the future. Your friend Rigard happened. First, he bought the high elf rock meth, thinking it was a taste of home for her. After that, he tried to get a sugary dessert for the orc and mistook a skooma dealer in the back room for one of my staff. The skooma dealer gave Rigard something for his friend the orc, all right. Rigard decided that settled the bill. He came back and told the others he'd taken care of it. They were both far too drunk to sort it out. Ninnies, all of them.
The albatross that sails the waves while iron sallies forth. The oaken knights know ancient ways and each a fearsome force.
I am positively mortified. In all my years of diplomatic work, I have never been involved in such a scene. I would be in your debt if you could convince Rigard to never bring this up again. Look, it's embarrassing enough without you rubbing it in. We drank far too much. Rigard bought me rot meth, thinking it was a taste of home and not some nasty wood elf swill. And I downed it without even looking to see what it was. Because Rigard kept buying them. It's the first rule of diplomacy. Don't embarrass your host by refusing what they give you. But the second rule is don't make your guest drink like a wood elf pirate. Evidently, Rigard didn't know that.
Where is my horse?
I have one more favor to ask, friend. Could we try to keep this whole business just between us? I'm kind of new at this, you see. I was just appointed to the Covenant's delegation, and I'm worried they'll send me home if I foul it up. I didn't even want dessert. We'd been eating and drinking all night. And since we'd been talking about cakes earlier in the evening, Rigard must have thought I had a sweet tooth. I was even more surprised than the guard when he found the skooma. It wasn't my finest hour. I may have relieved myself against a building along the way. And when the guard spoke sharply to me about that, I argued back at him. You know the rest of the tale.
My bestest friend. Thanks to your help, I can commit diplomacy again. Everyone here will know that they have been diplomatized by Rigard the Brush. But I still have no idea how things got so out of hand. Everyone was so upset. Diplomacy is hard work. I bought special drinks for Tanilan, but they made her sick. I ordered dessert for Olganash and tried to pay for dinner. Olganash got arrested, and the innkeeper kept my scepter. Now, I'm even more confused. I don't know what high elves like to drink, and I'm not sure why that man gave me a bag of skooma when I wanted something for my friend Olganash. I only wanted him to have a good time. I am stumbled. Did Marisette Lemater have my scepter of office? Thank you, friend. I am official large delegate again. Just think of the great diplomatic triumphs that are sure to come because you helped me. I do not have much gold left in purse, but what I have is yours. Another diplomatic success! Thank you, friends, for an unforgettable night.
It was certainly a, well, unique experience.
Agreed. It was unique. Let's all agree to never speak of it again.
Dance free with exultation, a fear in no one's wrath. Stone's firmness set below us, her waters spring forth free. Blue skies alight with sunfire, bow into blessings three. Blessings of if Blessings of Ephraim, blessings of Ephraim. Peace settle deep within you, a blessing from the stone. Lean wisely into changes, let waters bless your home. Life's answers seek your questions, sky's blessing as you roam. Let nature lead you onward, three boons upon you sown. Blessings of Ephraim, blessings of Ephraim, blessings of Ephraim.
Rule number one, nothing is too small to steal. Can't seem to get ahead here.
We all not sitting out here with 37,000. And you spend $75 on the fucking bottom roll. No! Man, this fucking really hard.
Is he okay?
Your hard work paid off, Mainlander. We found Burjack Catalan with an entire crate of refined moon sugar. He's going away for a long time.
Have you seen the note? If you seek companions for your adventuring, look no further. This one can help with that. Ah, of course. These listings are where other adventurers, much like yourself, can declare their interest. Those of a similar proclivity can join up together and form guilds. Take a look. This one is sure a group suited to your needs awaits you.
When I sailed to the Central idea the High Isle market would be so lucrative. Well worth the trip.
My dock hands are watching for your cargo, Lady Arabelle. They know it's precious.
There was a storm off the coast. Perhaps it delayed the ships.
Forgive me if I do the job you hired me for, Lord Baccaro. You there. I have a keen eye for talent, my dear, and you're practically oozing it from your pores. I am Lady Arabelle DeVoe. If you're looking for gainful employment, I have a proposition for you that pays exceedingly well. Care to hear more? Oh, nothing tawdry, my dear. We'll be too busy for romantic shenanigans before long, I expect. Some precious cargo was supposed to sail in on the morning tide, but it never arrived. I need someone not known around the island to be my eyes and ears. While tales of my exploits credit me with all sorts of talents, I can't be in more than one place at a time. I could use a fresh face to mingle with the locals, determine if anyone knows anything about my 3 missing ships and their cargo. Lord Baccaro's conference can't proceed without that cargo. Here's what I need you to do. Check the inn, the lighthouse, and the Lockabane shallows. See if anyone knows or saw anything. Then meet me outside the North Gate to compare notes. Certainly. Since you're new to High Isle, I understand you may not be as familiar with the local area as I am. What do you wish to know? Gonfalon Head Lighthouse, blessed by Kinnereth herself, stands atop the hill just west of town. It offers an excellent vantage from which to watch the nearby waters. Perhaps the lighthouse keeper saw something that will help. Possibly. When ships fail to make port, it's only natural to wonder if they were damaged or blown off course by a storm. The lighthouse keeper has a perfect view of the approach to Gonfalon Bay. If my ships were out there, she might have seen them. The currents of Lockabane are strong. Flotsam from the open sea often washes up along the shores of the waterway. Some of High Isle's poorer folk comb the beach looking for salvage. Let's hope they haven't found any today. The ancient Anchor Inn sits just up the street near the city gate. It's one of the more popular places on the island. In my experience, inns are an excellent location to pick up rumors. Wherever you think is best, my dear, but do get started soon. My intuition tells me that some sort of mischief is afoot, and my intuition is rarely wrong. The gentleman beside me, Lord Baccaro Valoris, leads the Society of the Steadfast. They're a philanthropic fellowship that provides aid to people who have suffered in the Three Banners War. The Society is sponsoring a conference here on the island. That's a well-guarded secret, my dear. Perhaps after you've proven yourself, I can bring you in on the details. For the moment, knowing any more won't help us find out what happened to my missing ships. That's not an option I care to contemplate, not while there's still a chance to find them. Forgive me for being evasive, but it's a rather sensitive topic to discuss in public. We've already faced adversity, and the conference has yet to begin. Me? Oh, I'm no one special, my dear. I've been an adventurer, a Lion Guard officer, a spy, a diplomat. People claim the Investigator Vale stories are about me, or that I wrote them. Ridiculous. I'm retired now, but I still dabble from time to time. Oh, pish-posh. Do these look like the ink-stained fingers of a writer of overly imaginative and lurid tales to you? I'm rather fond of the bawdy investigator and her adventures, though. They remind me of my younger days. I'm overseeing security for the conference. A few months ago, Lord Bacaro approached me, explained his grand plans, and lured me out of retirement, you might say. My charming personality. When I was an agent for High King Emmerich, I traveled widely and met many dignitaries, including Lord Bacaro. He asked me to make sure everything went smoothly for his conference. So far, it's been anything but.